Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends, and I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Today, as you see, our topic is about the death of Muhammad and who killed Muhammad. First of all, disclaimer, it's not me. I wasn't there, because you never know. The Muslim, they might accuse you of anything. Secondly, it is not America. And this time, according to the story, it was a Jew. You know, the Mohammedan, they claim anything happened to them, they blame the Jews always. You know, if a guy, he went to the bedroom, he could not do boom boom, he will blame the Jew, you know. If there's no electricity in their houses, they blame the Jew. You know, if a guy, his wife, he married a woman, she thought she is something because she's wearing burqa. When he took the curtain from her face, then he find a half man, half woman, he will blame the Jews. This is very normal behavior, but this story here is different. In this story, they can really blame the Jews. So let us make it clear. However, because this story bring a lot of an embarrassment to the Mohammedan, a lot of an embarrassment. Some of those who they try to defend and they find their religion is full of embarrassment, always they try to oppose. If you remember before, we have this guy, his name Mufti Abu Layth, who could not accept that his God Allah is going to ejaculate, and this is how he will resurrect people from death, including his prophet. And when the Muslims, they read their books, they go crazy. I don't blame them, but you go crazy or not, who care? This is what your prophet said, and this is what you have in your books.
Allah will now I have to translate this, so brace yourselves, people. Allah will send, there's a fluid from beneath the arsh which will ejaculate like the sperm of men. Whoa.
Isn't it amazing that Muhammadan, they are laughing at their own religion? Do you see what the internet is doing to Islam? If I am the one is laughing, the Muslim will be so upset. This is a Muslim. He is laughing at the stupidity of his prophet and the stupidity of his religion. His God is going to ejaculate, and this is how he will resurrect people from death. And Muhammad himself, he is going to be resurrected by the sperm of Allah.
Oh, people, let me repeat. Look at it for yourselves. ثُمَّ يُرْسِلُ اللَّهُ مَاءً. Allah will send down on earth, shower down on earth, fluid from beneath his arsh. So beneath his throne, there's a collection of fluid, which is kamaniyir rijal, which is like the sperm of men. This is going to shower down on the globe, and what's going to happen is this is going to then give birth to once again life. So sperm. So for that, people, I had to yeah. So
do you see how far this religion goes? And do you see what happened to a human being who is a Muslim, who start thinking and look at the books behind him? And the funny, he don't accept that. He want to say to you, I don't like this hadith, and don't accept it, but he have it in his book. So why you buy? You spend money for these books. So, you know, the garbage of this religion is beyond imagination. And the Muhammadan, they agree about not to agree about anything in Islam. So when one of them he says something, the other one he say, I don't agree.
Pay attention.
Just from the language of the Quran and just from the context of the Quran, we give it the presumption, but not the certainty.
So that's the strong suggestion Jesus.
So for one person it's a strong, for the other person it's not a strong. For one person it's correct, for the other person is not correct. So how in the world anyone can follow such a stupid religion, if we can call it a religion? Now let us go to the story which this person is going crazy over it, not the ejaculation, but the story of his prophet death.
Present to you something which I call the war wager hadith paradox. So what is that about? People, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So first of all, this hadith. So right now, there is a notion, people, that the Prophet was poisoned and died as a result of this poison. Now, many ex-Muslims and atheists and Islamophobes have taken it to social media saying that, look, the Prophet died a humiliating death. The Prophet of Islam having been poisoned.
No, this is not the reason we are making fun of it. The reason we are making fun of it because the woman, she bought $3 poison from Home Depot, some they say from Walmart, and then we find that the Muhammadan, they die to prove to us that Jesus was saved by Allah, and then we find that his best prophet Muhammad, his most beloved prophet Muhammad, he died by a poison from Walmart or Home Depot. If we ask the Muhammadan, how come Muhammad he died by poison by the hand of the Jew, and yet Allah he saved Jesus from the death by the hand of the Jews, but he refused to save Muhammad from the death by the hand of a Jew, not in 4 hours crucifixion process or 5 hours or 6 hours. This is 4 years of death. If we go to the hadith which this guy is talking about, and he's trying his best to fight it, we will find this. I will open my Skype soon. And the funny is that this hadith is in Al-Bukhari, in Muslim, etc. You know, it's all over. So how anyone can say it is not accepted? You know, and suddenly now Al-Bukhari is a book of lies. So the Prophet, in his element in which he died, used to say, "Oh Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar," which is, this is confirmed now, who killed him, the Jews. I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar, and at this time I feel as if my aorta is being cut off from that poison. Muhammadan, they have many attempts to fight this story, but always they come to a failure, because especially the scholars, they confirm it and they say this is accurate. As an example, this is here Islamic website, very official. I think it's coming from Qatar. And here, fatwa number 193515. And this is the date, this is the number, etc. And the question is about, you know, the guy who's asking, how you can say the Prophet, he died by poison, and it says it's cutting his artery, when the Quran says if Muhammad did lie, Allah will cut his artery. And he said this is very dangerous, which means the following: the Prophet was not protected by Allah, and he was not a prophet. The answer for this question, well, first of all, this hadith is very accurate. This hadith is very accurate. And you cannot deny it. And it's against, not against the Quran. And the death of Muhammad by poison, it is confirmed. Famous, go to fatwa number 50756. We can use Google translation here, so you can read. So look how painful this is to the Muhammadan. The question itself saying clearly, well, if this hadith is true, that means Muhammad, he was not a prophet. And he is not protected from Allah. Why he isn't a prophet? Because the woman who gave the poison, when Muhammad, he asked her why you did that, she said, well, if you are a prophet of God, then God will protect you. If you are just a king, like any king, you want to rape, etc., well, you know, then you will die. So the poison was a test of the prophethood of Muhammad. Now, the woman, she can claim whatever she wants. She can say, and then Muhammad died, but this will not prove him to be a false prophet. But when Muhammad, he says, Allah will not allow you to do so, he confirmed what she said. Muhammad, he said to her, Allah will not allow you to succeed, which means to kill me. Why? Because simply you just told us why you are trying to kill me, simply because you want to show everybody if I am a prophet or not, so Allah will not allow it to happen. And then when Muhammad, he said, after suffering from his pain and his etc., when he said, well, I am dying because of this poison, so he confirmed it. And here you see the answer of the sheikhs, the scholars, not kids in YouTube. The evidence of this text of the hadith, it does not contradict the Quran. And it's famous and it's confirmed that he died by poison, as you see here. And as for the death of the prophet, may Allah pray on him, not for him, as maybe hijab said, from the effect of the poison, it's well-known, established matter. So don't go there. It is absolutely sahih. And here he says, go to fatwa number 50756. So this story here bring some horrible news for the Muhammadan. Number one, Muhammad died by poison. Number two, the man who's asking the question, he is quoting the verses from the Quran where it says that if Muhammad, he died, Allah will cut off his artery. So is it a coincidence? If we go to the Old Testament, and actually this is the chapter the Muslims always, they mention to us, trying to claim that this is about prophet. And I find it very, very, very good location to Muslim to say that this is about the prophet. Because in chapter 18, in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy book, it says, the Muslim, they say to you, I will raise one from you, between you, etc., from your brother to be a prophet, etc. And then this is what the Muslims always, they make a speak about it, that this is about Muhammad, must be about Muhammad. But then you will see in the same chapter it says that the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name which I have not command to him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. How clear is that? Muhammad, he spoke in the name of other gods, And Muhammad, he gave us tons of lies. The Muslim, they say to you, as an example, Muhammad, he predicted that the Roman, they will be defeated. But Muhammad predicted that the Roman will be defeated by the Arab, not by the Turkish. Actually, Muhammad, he considered the Turkish as the people of Gog and Magog, or a branch from them. And he says, stay away from the Turkish as long as they stay away from you. He never predicted the Turkish will take over. He says, you, speaking to the Arab in the front of his eyes, you are going to open or control or occupy Al-Qastantiniya. You. False prophecy. Muhammad, he predicted that the Roman, they are going to be the majority of mankind. And for sure, this is very stupid. Rome is Italy. And if you go check right now, I think Italy is not even more than 40 to 50 million inhabitants. They are not even the size of a city in China. So when Muhammad, he says such a claim, and he claimed to be a prophet, obviously he is a false prophet. Let me try to find you the hadith about the Roman. Then the Muhammadan, they say, oh, when the prophet, he say the Roman, he mean the Christians. He mean the Christians. But the Quran always, and Muhammad, he called the Christians Nasara. He never called them Roman. There's a chapter in the Quran speaking about the Rome. It's called the chapter of Rome. When the Roman get defeated, this is not the Christians, this is the Roman. Because there is Roman, there's a Christian in Ethiopia, there's a Christian in India, there's a Christian everywhere. So when Muhammad, he says that the Rome or the Roman, they are going to be the majority of mankind, and I will put for you the hadith in the screen. And as you know, the Roman, first, they are European. Second, Rome is there, still there. And Muhammad making a false prediction. As you see in the front of your eyes. When the hour will come, the Roman would form the majority of mankind. False prophecy. When Muhammad, he says, you are going to occupy Constantinople, again Muhammad, he failed because he predicted that the Arab in front of him, they are the one who is going to open the city. And how we can prove that? The hadith is, we can pause it for you and show you. Muhammad, he said, clearly speaking to the Arab, that you are going to open this city, and all those hadith confirm that. Actually, let me give you another hadith which is more clear. This one I think is better. I cannot find it in the English translation. Give me a second. See different one. Here we go. You know, the nice thing about Muhammad, that he is a big mouth person. He never shut up, and the more he speak, the more he do poo-poo. I cannot find this one in the English too translation. Let us see. All right, let us see this one. According to Muhammad, the army which is going to invade Constantinople is going to come from the city of Al-Medina. Read this one. From the city of Medina. Do you see it? The last hour would not come until the Roman would land. He named the name of the land and the field of Dabiq. An army consisting of the best soldier of the earth at that time will come from the Medina. But all of us, we knew that the soldier who attacked Constantinople, our city, which we will take it sooner or later back, was not from the Arab, and never was, not even a soldier from them, from the city of Medina. So Muhammad, again, he lied and he failed in every prophecy, even the one who part of it become true, like now the Muslim, they occupy the city. Muhammad, he never predicted that Turkish will become Muslims. Actually, the opposite. He says, leave the Turkish. Let us find you the hadith. Stay away from the Turkish as long as they left you alone. اتركوا الترك ما تركوكم. Let us go and find the other hadith. Here we go. Stay away from the Turkish and the Ethiopian as long as they leave you alone. Muhammad, he never predicted that the Turkish will become Muslims. Actually, Muhammad, he made fun of the Turkish, and in different books we found, and we made a video about it before, that Gog and Magog are people of Turkey. They are a group of the people of the Gog and Magog. And we can find you the reference. Give me a second. Let us show you this one here. And again, Muhammad, he failed, not only with his prophecy, but with his racism, proving to us that he is very racist, evil. The judgment day will not come until you fight the Turkish people, who their faces would be like hammered shield, wearing clothes of hair, walking with shoes of hair. You will notice here, Muhammad, he says the Muslims will fight the Turkish. So obviously the Turkish are not the Muslims. And this is something have to come to exist before the judgment day. While the other hadith he mentioned, speaking to the people in front of him, saying that you are going to attack Constantinople and you are going to conquer it. And the other hadith says that the army which is going to attack Constantinople is going to come from Medina. And all of us, we knew that the Turkish, they never have, even for a day, for an hour, for a second, a caliphate in Medina. The Sultan never lived there. And here you see how Muhammad making fun of their look and their eyes, describing them in a very, very racist way. Their face is like hammer shield. And Muhammad, he go more in details that the people of Azerbaijan, the Turkish from Azerbaijan, and from Armenia, which mean the ones who occupying Armenia. I cannot find this hadith in English, but we can find it in different place. Let's see. Always, if something I could not find in English, I could not find in English because the Muslim did not translate it, not because it's not there, you know, not because it's not there. Give me a second and we will show it to you. All right, let's see this one. I found the tafsir. We can use actually this fatwa here. And it says that this is a hadith is approved to be sahih. Sahahahu al-Albani. Let us use Google translation. It says here, let us see. The Messenger of Allah, he said, that Gog and Magog, they try every day to open a hole in the dam, which is mentioned in chapter 18 in the Quran. And those people, they are between two mountains in Armenia and Azerbaijan. Use Google translation. Between i.e. two mountains, which are Armenian and Azerbaijani. So those are Gog and Magog, who they will be ever, forever the enemies of Allah. So Muhammad again, he failed. The Turkish, who they are from Azerbaijan, is the one who they are people of Gog and Magog. They are Muslims now. And they are part of the Turk nation. And this is why Erdogan, he died to defend them against Armenia. Armenians are not even Asian. They are white European. Showing you the ignorance of Muhammad, that he thinks that Armenians are Turkish. So if we want to keep going and showing you more and more evidence that Muhammad, he failed in every prophecy, not for sure not to mention historic mistake, a grammar mistake in Arabic, language mistake, names mistake. Mary is the sister of Aaron, and Mary is the daughter of Amran, which is the father of Aaron and Moses. The sperm is coming from the backbone of the man, and the and the ribs of the women. Then when we find that Muhammad, he died by the poison which he ate at Khaybar, it confirmed one more thing, that Muhammad, again, he is a liar, and his lies is working against him. When the Quran says, if Muhammad is lying and fabricating Quran, in chapter 69, verse number 46, certainly will cut the artery of his heart. Certainly we will cut the artery of his heart. And this is exactly how Muhammad, he died. I'm going to open my Skype to give the Muslim the opportunity so they can refute us if they can, if they wish. And as you see, we are not speaking from our own. We are showing you a pure Islamic books with reference and names of the books, pages, hadith number, etc. Can the Muslims deny that? According to Muhammad, his death proven that he is a false prophet. And there's a question no Muhammadan ever dared even to explain why Allah would save Jesus, but he would not save Muhammad. Give me a reason. If you are a Muhammadan, you like to speak to us, only Muhammadan, please. Don't send me a text saying hello, etc. Those things. I will block you. If you are a Muhammadan, you would like to call, any Muhammadan? Soon we might have a nice debate. Just stay tuned with a bunch of sheikhs. The sheikhs do not know that I am going to debate them. They think somebody else. So we will ambush them, as they say. And they will be very sorry. Do we have any Muhammadan? Would like to call us and tell us how it happened that the Quran is consistent with the story of Muhammad's death, which is proving that Muhammad is a fraud. My Skype is open if you like to join us in the conversation. Any Muhammadan? Do you know the hadith about Muhammad being raped by black guys? Well, Muhammad, he claimed that those black zinj, they rided him. They did not rape him, they did ride him, which is very weird. I mean, what do you mean they did ride him? I mean, this guy is very funny and very stupid. Actually, this is one of the stories proving Muhammad to be an idiot. Hello?
I just want to say this.
You want to say just this only?
No, this is only a quick.
Only this. So why only this? You don't want to talk about the topic?
Yeah. I'm not really knowledgeable. I'm not really like what you're into those topics.
You are not what?
I'm not into those topics.
Why you are into what? Like cartoon? What are you into? Why you are calling me then?
Theology, but yeah, you're not in those punks. Can I ask you a
You
question?
are not what? You know, why the Muhammadan? I'm speaking about the topic for the last 45 minutes, and you call me to tell me, can I ask you a question?
I will spit in your mom's mouth.
Why you don't want to tell me what happened? Speaking for the last 40 minutes, introducing a topic, and then you call me, you say to me, I'm not into this topic. So what you were doing, watching Mickey Mouse?